hear something.
I think it's not your water.
I hear music or something's playing.
Really?
It's like trumpets. Do you hear it?
Really?
Yeah, do you hear it?
I don't know what it is. You hear trumpets? Very, very good.
Wait,
Just
stop moving. Of course it stops.
It was outside.
It was
It was
outside.
outside.
Ready?
Just go.
Hey.
Hello, it is Wednesday. Thank you so much for joining us. You are in the living room of Laura Holloway, and we together are Women's Empowerment. We Change the World, and every single week we get together and we have a meeting out in the beautiful outdoors, and our mission is to collectively bring together an amazing community of sisters and empower other women to really discover what their truest purpose and their passion is in life, and to follow that, and to follow their bliss, and to bring joy into their lives, and bring this out into the world. So everything that we talk about every single week is something that you can apply into your own life, and you can take it out, you can share it with everyone. And I loved today, because we talked about the power of manifestation and how we can all manifest anything and everything that they want. And it's available for you, it's available for all of us, and we're here to talk about it today. And it was really cool because, I loved your share, wow, it was absolutely incredible, but it was really fun for me to see all these women come together and feel like they were part of something really amazing and really powerful and beautiful. And we were sitting out in the sunshine, we were sharing, and we were talking about our big dreams and our aspirations and what we wanted to experience, and I really got to remember that we together collectively are super powerful, powered by numbers. And when we get together and we're talking about what we would create in the world, and it's just I feel this vibration, our vibration is so elevated, and it's so important to frequent at that space. And it was just amazing. So today I got to hear your story, I got to hear all of your stories, and I'll even share my own experience of being able to manifest anything. Last year, I was talking to my life coach, and he's like, well, what do you want to create for yourself this year? And what are you up to? And I said, I don't know, but I have this vision of meeting my soulmate, and we're going to move into a condo in Malibu together. And a month later, I met my soulmate, who I'm now living with in a condo in the Palisades, which is almost in Malibu, close enough. And it's just because I said so. If it's to be, it's up to me. So whatever it is that you think about, it's no different than speaking about it or actually viewing your reality, because your brain doesn't know the difference between dreams or reality or thoughts. And anything that you want to experience in your life, all you get to do is just think about it and change the conversation that you have within yourself. So it was really powerful for me to hear about, you were on another level, oh wow girl, amazing. And I think that I watched your spirit and your energy really start to inspire other women to go, oh yeah, okay, I get that. Yeah. I get how I can create something in my life just by changing my conversation.
Absolutely. And changing your thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Mm-hmm. Awesome. Thank you. My story kind of parallels yours. I found myself many years ago, probably about 19 years ago, divorced, had 2 small children, but what I did know is I did not want to live and be a single mom for the rest of my life, and I knew my son needed a powerful man in his life to show him how to be a man, and I also know my daughter needed a powerful man in her life to show her what a good guy is supposed to look like, and what it show, how it shows up in her life as far as creating her to be a powerful woman. And so I did literally that. Sat down, got very, very clear on what I wanted for my life as far as my kids were concerned, and wrote down some intentions and said I wanted to have a man that was 7 years older than me, a man that loved my children as his own, that the world would never know, a man that was never married, didn't have any other children. I was very clear, even wrote in parentheses, that I didn't want baby mama drama, so I wanted a man who didn't have any kids. Not anything against, I just didn't want it for myself, and that's okay. I wrote so many things down, and I began to speak them out loudly every single evening before I went to bed, and then I'd say my prayers, and then I'd put it in my Bible, and I'd go to sleep. And it literally manifested itself a year and a half later. The opportunity showed up well before that, but I wasn't ready, and so I pushed it away and said, no, not now. Still on? And I waited until I knew I was ready to receive it, and then I began to create the things in my life and the space in my life so that when he showed up, I was ready to receive it and be more accepting of that and who he was going to represent in my life, and as well as my children. So yes, you can absolutely do it. Anything you want in your life, you can completely do it. You get clear, you focus, you be grounded, you create the space for it to show up. It doesn't show up until it's ready. I always tell people the teacher doesn't show up until the student is ready. So you clearly need to do what you need to do in your life to create the space, clear out the clutter, move the crap out the way, and start to focus on what you want and allow yourself to receive it. And then, of course, surround yourself with amazing people who support your dreams and your goals, who all have this amazing energy that is synergistic of what we do. And I love it. I'm like, hey, this is how I feel today. So I'm just so amazing. So it's just, I love doing what we do. It's just be clear on your intentions.
You're like doing it. She's a beatnik today. She's just like,
I'm like,
get it done.
Yeah.
Osmosisly.
Osmosisly. I don't know what I said. All I know is
I got it. I understand.
It worked.
I see you.
It worked.
I see you, girl.
Yeah.
So today was awesome, and just for you guys out there watching us, it's so interesting how over the last year we've had this group and we talk at a really high level about manifesting and intention, and all these things are really new to me. I've been around personal development for most of my life, but like really living it is very different. And I, for most of my life, was a volleyball player, and I was the CFO of a finance company. So those are doers, and goals and intention and like doing what I want to do every day was not in my reality. So it's a new muscle for me, and it's really fun when we talk about this to think about how far I've come and how I get to not judge myself when we have conversations. Laura's going to share about her experience, and sometimes I'm like, I don't know if I could ever do that, or like I don't know if that would ever even happen in my life. Like I immediately judge it, but now I catch myself. And I'm like, Heather, you get to work on this. You get to like just keep surrounding yourself by women who are like this and like keep learning. And it's really cool because intention, we talked last week about living inside of intention versus expectation. And that was a huge like mind shift for me. We also talked about shifting and how you like get to choose when you want to shift stuff in your life, and you just do it. Like you just make it happen. Get clear on what you want and then shift it. And this weekend, we had a huge leadership event. There was 2,000 people down in Anaheim. My team was flying in from Arizona, and there was going to be 27 people there. And they, we all took on the phone. We have boxers, we have weekly calls, and it was like, there's going to be a lot of energy in this room. And so I prepped for a week. Laura and I, really prepped like mentally our team individually on who I wanted to show up at the event as, and how I was going to show up, and how my team was going to show up. And it was almost like I played it out in my mind. I visualized it before it happened. And at the event, everyone kept telling me that I was glowing, and that I had this different, like regal, like graceful presence about me. And like everyone was complimenting my outfits, and like I prepared, and like I got my dress tailored, and like was thinking about it beforehand, but I didn't expect it to have that kind of impact and for it to land that way. And I really get that it's through this group and through practicing intention, practicing manifesting, whatever you want to call it, practicing how you're being versus what you're doing was so huge. And I just got to enjoy the event with my team. I had prepared enough so that I didn't have to really do anything during the event. And it was just really cool to know that I'm enough, and that when I prepare and I just show up, it's enough. And it's actually more than enough for people when I'm really focused on who I'm being. So it was really cool. I actually got to have two of my really good friends up on stage with me and edify them for all the hard work that they've done in the health and wellness community. And in front of 2,000 people, I really got to acknowledge them. And that was something, inside of the weekend that I hadn't really prepared for. But because it was so genuine, and because I'm manifesting situations where I get to acknowledge them, it happened. And it happened on stage in front of 2,000 people. Like, it was incredible. And so it's really just, I get to remind myself that I do manifest, and I just might not identify that that's what I'm doing. But conversations like this are incredible because it reminds me that I am doing it. So it's really, really, really cool. And the other thing that I'm just really aware of that I want to share with you guys today, a year ago, I left corporate America for good to start my own business and to, be a part of the health and wellness community and follow my passion. And inside of that, there's the daily grind, and we're working. It's a simple business, but it's not easy. And sometimes I forget, like I have an absolutely incredible life, but I can wake up in this place of like, I'm mad that I'm not where I want to be versus being present and grateful and manifesting what I want. And so this morning I decided that I was going to shift it. I woke up at 5:30, which is way earlier than I usually wake up. I don't have to wake up early. Woke up at 5:30, enjoyed the sunset, did my personal development, had my healthy breakfast, really set myself up powerfully for the day, packed for the entire day, went to the gym, at 7 o'clock. And the reason why I went to the gym at 7 o'clock was because everyone that was going to be in that spin class with me, for the most part, I figured had to go to work afterwards. So I was in the energy of, like, everyone, like, they were anxious and they, like, knew that they had to, like, get the workout in and then change and, like, blow dry their hair and go to work for the entire day. And I was just kind of, like, floating above it, like, wow, like, I took a risk on myself and I don't have to do that anymore. It makes me emotional. And I'm just really grateful, and for me to even have the awareness of, like, putting myself in the situation to have gratitude was a really big deal. And it's something that we get to do. Like, if you're feeling stuck or you're feeling like you're not vibrating on the level that you know you can, think about something that you're really grateful for that's in your life, and not only think about it and write it, because I write it every morning. I put myself in the situation, and it hit me really hard, and it was just really cool. So, inside of that, what do I get to manifest for the rest of my life? What do I get to manifest for my day every day? It's just really powerful knowing that we can do that, especially as women and as multitaskers and feminine power and just, just being. So that was my share. Love you guys.
That's awesome.
That was so powerful.
Wow.
That was a lot.
But I was really taking all of what
Yeah.
you said in, like, really absorbing your energy and your realization of the powerful woman that you are and, like, what you're able to create and what you have created and what you're continuously up to on a day-to-day basis. It's really, really awesome.
It's so crazy because, like, women, I'm thinking about women, and we live in such, especially in LA, a fast-paced, masculine-driven society that's, like, success and money and this and fast cars and nice things, and it's like the perception is doing to get it. Doing, I need to do this, I need to do more, I need to be more, I need to do to get what I want. Versus the feminine always has been, which I feel like we've lost so much, is being and filling ourselves up so we can sit and have what we want. And that shift is, like, it is life-changing. And I've really been working on it. It's been a muscle for me too. Like, I don't, like, in the past I was a volleyball player and I was definitely in the doing space of life in order, I felt like I had to do to be successful. I had to be serious, I had to be this to be successful. And since I've taken a step back and I've literally been like, who am I going to be? What is my intention? What do I want now today? And who do I have to be to get that? Instead of living inside of, it looks like this and it has to be like this and it has to be so pretty with bow on top and that. And then I'm, like, thinking about all the steps and everything that I have to do to get that. And it's like, it sounds like that. So, oh my God, so much. And instead of sitting inside of, this is what I want, and this is who I have to be to get that. And this weekend, like Heather was talking about, we had an event, and I had the opportunity to run the event, and I believe that the event ran so smooth because I sat inside of intention versus expectation.
Mm-hmm.
Because sitting inside of expectation during running a 1,000, or whatever, 3,000 person event, if you're sitting inside of expectation, which is, it's gotta go like this, and it's gotta look like this, and oh my God, I gotta do this, instead of sitting inside of, I'm going to be a grounded force that is going to raise the entire level of this building. And I'm going to stand inside of that, and I'm going to give my love and energy to every working piece of this situation. And it's crazy what shows up when you reside in that space. It's like the expectation, it's so much better than I could have imagined when I sit inside of that space. And I'm just starting to really recognize times in my life when I've lived inside of intention versus expectation. And when I live inside of intention, everything that I want happens. And when I start to be and live inside of that more, it happens faster. It happens, like, it's fun now. It's fun to play the game now. And I was sharing with these girls today at our group locally that I woke up Monday morning and I was in such a space of gratitude and in such reflection of when I sit inside of who I'm being and who I get to be for everyone, and just inside of intention, what is created. I was in such a space of, like, wow, like, you're powerful for it when you reside in this space. Like, what do you want? Like, what do you want? Like, you can have it. What do you want? Like, get clear with yourself. What do you want? And we've been in this expansion phase for our health and wellness business. We're opening up a new nutrition center. And it's been fun. Like, realtors are really fun. The West LA market is really awesome. A lot of people, want space in West LA. So it's been interesting. It's been a process, and I've learned a lot. But I'm like, I'm Laura Holloway. I'm like, I'm a beautiful, powerful woman. I'm like, just like you guys, I'm like, it's not that hard for us. It's not out here. It's in here.
Yes.
So I got really clear on Monday morning, and I was like, let's just make this easier. It's like, I'm going to manifest a man that's just going to, we're either going to be soulmates or we're just going to be best friends, but he's just going to be like, Laura, you're awesome. Like, here you go. Here's the space. Like, you can give me some cash on the side or something like that, but like, here you go. It's just easier. Like,
Right. It doesn't have to be hard. There you go.
just go. Like, babe, yeah, it's on entry. Just go. Yeah. And so I was sitting, and I was like laughing when I set the intention for the day. I mean, that's such a random intention, but I was like, that was my whole thing. It's like, it's not that hard. Like, when you sit here, it comes. I was clear. I'm having lunch at Whole Foods. I'm sitting outside, and I see this, and I'm by myself. I'm eating, and I see this hot white Range Rover pull into Whole Foods, and we make eye contact, and he pulls into the handicapped parking spot right in front of Whole Foods, and he beelines out of his car, pulls up a chair, sits next to me, and he's like, "You're not from here, are you?" And I was like, and I'm like, I have to put on my sunglasses. Like, I don't have my sunglasses on, but I'm just leaning back in my chair so calm because I know what's happening. I'm like, I'm really clear. I'm like, this is dope. And I'm just like, kind of like laughing at it. I'm like, this is awesome. And I'm just leaning back. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm actually originally from Chicago. I've been out here for 6 years. Where are you from? He's like, I'm from Milan. I've been out here for 14 years. Like, what do you do? Like, you're just like so grounded. I can tell that you're not from LA, because if you were from LA, you would have been like, oh my god. But you're like not like that. So like, what do you do? And I'm like, I run a nutrition and fitness business. What do you do? And he's like, I do commercial real estate. I was like, of course. Duh. Long story short, we get into conversation and we're friends now, and the point isn't that this guy is going to give me a space, like, because that could happen. But the point is, you can have whatever you want.
Yeah.
Okay? It was just one more sign from the big guy that, listen, get clear, get grounded, get present, and be very clear, because you're going to get whatever you want. Are you ready? Like, are you really ready, Laura? So that was my share. And you guys, as you're watching this, you can just write down, start journaling. Question on top. What do I want? What do I want for my life? What do I want it to look like? Who do I have to be? What do I want for myself this week? What do I want for myself today? What does it feel like? Who's around me? And just start getting clear. I'm like, I know the next things that I want inside of my business. I know what they feel like. I know what they look like. I know what lessons I want to learn. I know what challenges that I want to take on as a human being to take my life to the next level. I'm like, I want this lesson. Like, I want to manifest this person that's crazy and awesome, and I want to work with that side of myself. And it's like, just get clear and sit inside of that and laugh when it shows up. Laugh when it shows up. So I know Tan is the master at this. She actually manifested our women's empowerment group 5 years ago before it even started.
Yeah.
So Tan actually manifested. No, you can share.
No, really though, that's awesome. And sometimes I forget. So thank you for reminding me, because that just helps me to get even more clear to like, wow, I actually can do that in my life, and I love that. So yeah, it was a vision that was given to me 5 years ago, and then Laura walks up to me like randomly, and she's like, hey, you, at my house, 9 o'clock in the morning, okay, me, you. I'm like, yeah, I'm there. And here we are. So yeah, awesome. So for you ladies out there in this amazing land that we're looking at through this computer, you get to do the same thing in your home. You get to invite all your friends over, have a tea party, act like girls, pillow fight, do whatever you want to do, but guess what? Plug in. So go to our page, we.e.change the world, like our page, and get connected, get plugged in. We can completely show you how to do this. You want to get in the best shape of your life? Look, here we are. We're here for you. This amazing goddess right here does amazing spin classes if you're local. We got women over here like her who are manifesting these amazing men dropping out of Range Rovers. I mean, really, whatever you want, you can completely have it. just have to get clear what you want and not just say it, but write it and believe it. So I'm very clear that I am so grateful to be here with you.